The main age rating for movies is U, PG, 12A, 15 and 18. For a movie to be rated U, the BBFC would have to examine this movie very carefully to make sure and examine it to see if it's child friendly and it's going to relate to the kids. If this movie would contain any violent, strong language, any sexual content, it wouldn't be put into that category. A movie example for U would be Alvin and the Chipmunks and Aladdin. These two are perfect examples for U-rated movies, seeing as they contain child-friendly animation and characters. For example, in Alvin and the Chipmunks, it's three chipmunks who can sing, and that's a perfect example to relate to the kids. And also Aladdin, how it has just a story of a prince and a princess. For the age rating PG, for you to see this movie, you'll be accompanied by an adult, which that does stand for parental guidance. And for the movie to be seen as a PG, the movie will have to be based around a little bit more of violence and just slight swordplay. For example, in Shrek, the movie contains a little bit of swordplay. This would not fit into a U category movie, seeing as it does contain swordplay, and you don't want to give any examples to younger kids for them to do so. But I think as the kids do grow up and they will be with their parents, I think it's better if they will be with their parents to see this movie, so they don't try any of this and they just see it as a movie and not try this in real life. Cool. The age rating 12A is really common now these days, seeing as most movies are based around that. For example, James Bond and Batman, movies like that. For a movie to be in this category, it would have to contain strong violence, strong language, and a little bit of sexual content. But for that sexual content to be in it, it wouldn't really be any content showing any of the parts of a male or female. It will just basically be there, and the audience will actually know what's happening, so they can say and see what's actually going on, and they know what's happening in that part. But they wouldn't really ever show any sexual content in the movie. But for violence, it would contain blood and stuff like that, but it wouldn't be too focused on that. It will just show that the audience is understanding that that is happening in that scene, and nothing else will be happening in that. Strong language, they would only most likely use the F word. If that word is used more commonly and repetitive, it would definitely be bumped. The age rating 15 is also very common now these days, seeing as most movies are based around that to get the teenage audience to start seeing the movies. Example of movies I could give you is Borat, The Hangover, and many more like that. For Borat and Hangover, the reason that these movies are 15 is because the content that is used in it. For example, Borat is age 15 because it uses bad language. I think it does use slight violence, and it does use sexual content into it. Because it's a 15, the sexual content is actually shown, so it would show some parts, but you wouldn't really see much into it. But if it did go into any further sexual content than that, it would be bumped up to 18. But also for the movie Hangover, the reason that it's a 15 because it sets if it was at 12, it will set a bad example to the young viewers. For example, getting drunk and just stuff like that. And obviously, no child would ever want to see that, and the parents would start complaining if they saw that. But seeing as 15 and over age rated is more grown up and more matured, they find this and they just see it as a movie, so they wouldn't really go. Cool. The last age rating is 18, and the movie Saw is definitely age rated 18 due to the content that's in this movie. For example, it uses horror, blood, sexual content, showing the parts of a male or a female, and just showing fear and psychological content into that movie. Because the movie is rated 18 due to that, but it would never go into an age rated 15 due to that content. For it to be in a 15, it would have to definitely cut down in all that content. For example, not so much horror, not so much sexual content, not showing any of the parts or any activity of that part, and any stuff like that. But Saw is definitely a perfect example for age rated 18, because of all the